Hello? Hello. No, my bitrate. I'm sure this will be fine. Okay. Hello. Hopefully everything is working. We're gonna get back into it. They were mowing the grass near the fence, which was probably a cover to monitor the surroundings. Just in case, I tried to escape from the school. But they must have been thinking that would happen only after school was over. They seemed to have no idea that I'd already noticed their plan and was trying to run away at that very moment. I couldn't use the front gate since they'd find me easily. I moved behind the school building, made sure nobody was around the curry garden, ran through it, and dashed into the forest. I walked through the dense undergrowth, stepping on dead wood and climbing over fallen trees. After walking through the forest for a while, I came to a small road. I know many back roads in this village because of our club activities, and that knowledge had finally come in handy. So, what should I do now? I'm sure the girl already passed on my message to Chie-sensei. Those men must be going crazy by now, knowing that I ran away. Did anyone else talk to Ryugu-san before she left school? Everyone in the class looked at each other and shook their heads. Chie-sensei looked a bit upset that Rena left school early without telling her in person. Rena-san has been feeling sick these days. Meep. She left her bag here. What happened to her? I have a bad feeling about this. What? I think I know what's going on. I'm not sure, but I have a very bad feeling about this. She must have taken another ridiculous story seriously or something. I hope she won't do anything crazy. I hurried home. My father might be at his new job, or he might have gone shopping. He wasn't around when I got there. Now that they're on the move, I'm no longer safe in my house. They're very dangerous people. They're trained to be capable of attacking the Ministry of Construction, and they actually pulled off the kidnapping of the grandson of the minister. Locked doors and windows don't mean anything to them. In fact, it'd be like I was hiding in a box, which they could just open up to get at me. I could no longer stay at my home. It's very sad and very frustrating. I killed Rina and Tepe and finally regained a peaceful life with my father. How could this happen to me? I remembered what Keiichi-kun told me before. It expressed my feelings better than anything. Takano-san left us a huge parting gift. Why did she give me those terrifying scrapbooks? Why did she tell me the secret of that unthinkable conspiracy? She got me into this. I didn't do anything. It's all Mio-san's fault. But who was interested in her stories? I was. Who let her continue talking? I did. I did that out of curiosity. Who let the memories of Ibaraki return and told Mio-san about them? I did. I depended on Mio-san, hoping that she could somehow save me from the memories I'd been trying to forget. I shouldn't have remembered anything about that bizarre incident. If I hadn't, I wouldn't have gotten involved in that unthinkable conspiracy, and I could have just played around with my friends today. But even if I didn't know about the conspiracy, it'd still continue behind the scenes. Thank you for the alert, Kimono. Have a good one. I would have been one member of the mob running in a panic, not knowing what's going on the day of Oyashiro-sama's revival. I would have been just swallowed up in their conspiracy anyway. Would I be happier if I faced that day without knowing anything? Would I be happier if I struggled, knowing about it, but ending up swallowed by it? Lurking from the other side, let's go. ad-free experience on YouTube. If I'm going to end up the same way no matter what I choose to do, I'll fight. I'll choose to fight. Because that's how I seized my happiness before. When Rina invaded my home, seducing my father, I felt like it was the end of the world. I lived on the verge of despair every day. I thought that was the worst misfortune that could befall anyone. But the way things are going, it wasn't really that bad at all. I had only 2 enemies, Rina Mamiya and Teppei Hojo. I knew my enemies, and I knew how many there were. I lured them out one by one, and I attacked them in the dark. It was a very easy problem to solve. But what about this one? I don't know who my enemies are, and I don't know how many or how strong they are. Even the people I once trusted might be my enemies. I can't possibly be sure. It's totally different from the previous problem. This might be the end of the world. This time, it really was the worst thing that could possibly happen. But is that really the case? With Rina, I felt it was the end of the world, but I no longer think it was that bad. So, this might turn out to be an easy problem to solve in the end, and I might be able to laugh about it someday. I know that day will come. I know it for sure. So, I shouldn't think that this is the end of the world. Let's fight. I can fight. I can still struggle. I'd eat grass and drink mud if I needed to. I'm going to bet on the 1% chance, even though it's unbelievably small. If Mio-san didn't leave me the scrapbooks, I wouldn't even have been able to sit at the table to bet. I was lucky that I received the scrapbooks because they gave me the chance to choose my future. If I don't fight, they'll spread the terrible parasite, and this village will face a great disaster. According to the legend, when the demons first came out of the swamp, people became demons right after being infected. And it happened while they were inside the village. These days, symptoms appear only when infected people leave the village, but that only applies to the later weak parasite. The original parasite can reenact the curse of Oyashiro-sama even when the infected are in the village. The legend of Oyashiro-sama will be reborn. Humans and demons will start killing each other, and Oyashiro-sama will come down to pacify the disaster. That's what they want. They want people to prostrate themselves before that miracle, and only the people who truly worship Oyashiro-sama will be saved. I see. I know their true intention now. They're going to reenact the legend of Oyashiro-sama. After all, the villagers always say that Rika-chan is his reincarnation. The stage is all set. They're going to use the parasite as the curse. So, how are they going to make it look like Oyashiro-sama came down to pacify everyone? I get it. They must have some kind of medicine, a specific cure for the parasite. When they recreated the stronger form of the parasite, they found a cure for it at the same time. They're going to use this cure to save only those people who believe in Oyashiro-sama, and as a result, this village will only have those fervent believers. They're going to make themselves the absolute rulers of Hinamizawa. Wait, I still might be underestimating them. Are they going to carry out that horrifying act of bioterrorism only inside Hinamizawa? History proves that when their goal is to control others, people desire to spread their religion across a wide area. I'm sure that they conducted research not only to bring back the primitive form of the parasite, but also to overcome its weakness, namely that it only thrives in Hinamizawa. According to Mio-san's research, the parasite doesn't like its host to be far from the region. Its weakness is distance. If they could extend the distance, if they could extend the area where it can live. I wonder how far along their research is. By now, the parasite might be able to live not only in Hinamizawa, but in Okinomiya as well. Or maybe even in the city. Maybe the whole prefecture? It might be able to cover nearby prefectures as well. This is too serious to just call it a conspiracy. It's horrifying enough and its scale large enough to call it a revolution. The day of revival is probably not far off. I could tell by how they killed Mio-san and by the extent of their pressure that they're putting on me. They're trying to get rid of the small fish bones stuck in their throat by any means because that day is coming ever closer. I'm the only one who can stand up against their revolution. I can't trust anybody. I think I could trust Keiichi-kun, but no one else. Mii-chan is out of the question. I can't trust Rika-chan either. Sadako-chan and Rika-chan stick together like superglue, so I can't trust Sadako-chan either. I can't trust any adults. I can't trust anybody. No one is on my side. I have to stand up against them alone. The clock is ticking towards that day, and the ticking noise made me frustrated. How should I fight against them? What should I do? I needed time to think. I needed a place, a safe area, where I could concentrate on thinking. Fortunately, I had such an area already. My hideout at the garbage dump. Nobody ever goes there, so it's safe. Even if they found out about that place, I'm familiar with its surroundings. I know escape routes and places where I can hide, but it has a big shortcoming as a hiding place. It's not hard to imagine what it is. I don't have any stock of food there. That's why I came home. I opened one of my father's drawers and took out his cash box. The contents haven't changed since the last time I looked inside. There were many new 10,000 yen bills in the cash box. I took them all. I couldn't tell how many bills there actually were, but it looked to be about 80 of them. This should be plenty. If I evaded them long enough to use all this money, that would mean that I did pretty well. Plus, I might use it to buy someone off. You can never have too much money, especially in a situation like this. I didn't take the bank book. If they were waiting in ambush at the bank, I'd be done for. It's too risky to withdraw money at the bank. I grabbed my backpack. I took the key for my bicycle. I put everything I think would be convenient to have into the backpack. I didn't care if it got heavy. I'd choose what was necessary to carry around later at my hideout. If there ended up being something I didn't need, I could leave it there. I looked at the clock. It had been 30 minutes since I came home. I stayed here too long. I rushed out of the house. I went to a small convenience store and bought as much sweet bread and canned food as I could fit in my backpack. An old lady was at the register. Probably suffering from dementia, she showed no interest in the extraordinary amount of food I was buying. But as soon as the manager of the store checked the sales that night, he'd find out. The idea didn't bother me because I can no longer walk around the village in the daylight anyway. My backpack was full, and the cans hurt my back as I walked. But that didn't bother me either. I got to my hideout still carrying the heavy backpack. I organized the stuff I bought. It was very heavy to carry, but now I had sufficient food. The abandoned construction office still had running water, so I could get some from there. I'd wanted to get some vegetables, but in a situation like this, I could hardly complain. After I organized things, I took out the scrapbooks I hid here and put my brain into top gear, flipping through the pages. So now what? How am I going to stand up against this gigantic conspiracy? I needed to calm down, stay cool, but also to think fast. There might not be a lot of time, so I'd have to hurry. But I don't know what to do. It's easy to run to school in the morning when I oversleep. It's easy because I know where I should go. But now, I don't know where I should go or what to do. Now that I've come to this point, I should tell Oishi-san everything. It's highly likely he's an enemy, but that doesn't matter anymore. If it was true, I'd just declare war. But if he was on my side, he'd be my only remaining hope. I'm far too weak to stand alone against the terrifying scale of this conspiracy, poised to instill fear throughout Japan. I'd have to use a public phone to make the phone call. There's only one public phone in this village that stands at a place where it's hard for people to spot you. That phone booth. It stands in the middle of nowhere, where nobody really comes around. Many bugs gather around the light when it's dark, and it's not a pleasant place to go to. But I can't think of any other public phones I can use to contact Oishi-san without being seen. Even though it stands in the middle of nowhere, it's still dangerous to use in the daylight. I should wait until nightfall and take advantage of the darkness. I heard that Oishi-san has been holed up in the station since Mio-san's murder case, so I should be able to reach him anytime soon. Oh, anytime. I have the number for the direct line to his office, too. The sky was still bright. Even though I had no time, I still had to wait for it to get dark. Frustrated, I glared at the sunset. I should find something to do. I couldn't waste any time that I had, so there must be something to do. After I thought about what I could do, I found there was something I wanted to confirm. Something I've been worried about. I couldn't do anything else before it got dark anyway. Staying here doing nothing would just make me more frustrated. I made my decision and left the hideout. Rena's father paced up and down restlessly in front of his house. A bicycle appeared, its rider ringing the bell. "Police officer! Here! Over here!" A police officer from the Hinamizawa police station had shown up. Having rushed to get there, he was breathing hard. "Hope you didn't wait too long. Please tell me what happened. I know I locked the door before I left, but when I came back, the door was left open and..." He led the police officer into the house. "And look, my cash box was left open in my room. Is this how you found it? You didn't touch anything?" "I didn't touch the cash box itself because I thought they might have left fingerprints. I did touch the contents a little bit to check what was missing." And what did they take?" "They didn't take my bank books or my personal seal, but they took the cash." "They didn't take your bank books or personal seal, huh? You were lucky. Professional thieves today don't take bank books because they know how easily they could get caught by using them. This might be a professional cat burglar. Instead of taking the cash box with him, he opened it here. He has to be a pro. So, how much cash was in there?" I haven't counted it for a long time, but I believe there were about 100 10,000 yen bills." "Ah, I see. Did you tell anybody that you had that much cash in here?" "No, I didn't. But they probably knew I kept some cash in the house." "They? Who are they? Can you tell me more about them?" "Well, it's kind of an embarrassing story. Her name is Rina Mamiya, and..." Just then, the phone rang. "Oh, excuse me. I'll just go get that. Please give me a minute." He grabbed the phone. "Hello, this is the Ryugu residence." Hello? This is Mayabara. Is Rena-san there?" "No, she hasn't come back from school yet." "She hasn't? I'm very sorry, but I'm in the middle of something right now. Can you call back later? I'm sorry. Bye." He hung up after that. I was stunned. It didn't look like anything had changed on the surface. It was hard to find this place at all because it perfectly blends in with the surroundings. I only found this place again because I remembered there was a tree with a big lump of wood on it nearby. The spot where I buried the corpses was perfectly camouflaged, as if nothing had happened. That's why at first I thought I came to the wrong place. But I could make certain once I stick a shovel in the ground. I should be able to tell right away whether this place was dug up before or not. After several false starts, I found the exact spot where I buried the corpses. But the biggest problem of all is that there are no bags in there at all. Why? How come? Did I bury them deeper than this? No, I didn't. I remember exactly how deep I buried them. I know I didn't bury them deeper than this. I wasn't expecting this. I came here to check the corpses. I just wanted to do that to kill some time. I didn't want to stay in my hideout doing nothing, so I came here to check if the corpses I buried were still there. I'd make sure that they were still there, and then I'd feel relieved. It was supposed to go like that. This was such an unexpected turn of events that I broke out into a cold sweat. What's going on? What's going on? I don't need to calm down to think about what happened. Corpses can't come back to life and crawl out of the ground. Someone must have dug them out. Who did it? And for what purpose? Did anyone happen to see us burying the corpses here? And did they dig them out after we left? What if they handed them over to the police? No, it can't be. It's been quite a while since the day we buried them here. It was before the Watanagashi festival. So if the police did find the corpses, when Ooishi contacted me, he had to know about Rina and Teppei. But he didn't tell me anything about them. I don't think he was hiding anything on purpose either. So that means the police don't know about Rina and Teppei yet. Then why are the corpses gone? That would leave only one answer. Who knows about this place? One of us came back here, dug out the bags, and took them away. The first person who comes to mind is Mion. I mean, the Sonozaki family. But I can't think of a reason why they would do that. The murder of Rina and Teppei has nothing to do with them. I'm sure they don't want to get involved either, let alone be falsely accused. They must want to stay as far away from this case as possible. Why would they want to keep the corpses? It's like keeping a joker even though you'll lose if you have the joker by the end of the game. If it was if I was Michan, what would I do? What would I do if I was club president? The joker is a card that you want to get rid of, at least in the game I mentioned earlier, but it becomes a powerful card in other games. What kind of game would that be? An electric shock ran through my spine. At the same time, I realized it. They're one step ahead of me. The Sonozaki family got the corpses to use them as a joker, as a wild card. They are trying to use them to sell me out to the police. The Sonozaki family is trying to kill me using their death squad, but they want to have insurance just in case they fail. The thing they're afraid of most is that I might work together with the police. If they could prevent that from happening, I'd have no one to work with. If that happens, I can no longer run away from them. I'd still be a fish in their pond. They're going to use the corpses to sell me out to the police for the murder of Rina and Teppei. If the police started seeing me as a suspect, they'd never listen to my story. They could have been my last hope, but this will certainly turn them against me. But I'm sure the Sonozaki family doesn't want to use their joker unless absolutely necessary. After all, Mion Sonozaki helped bury the corpses. Plus, they don't want the police to hover around Hinamizawa when the day of revival is so close. I'm going to call Ooishi tonight, and I'm going to ask him for help. I'm going to tell him everything, including the things I haven't even told Keiichi-kun. I don't know if Ooishi will believe me. This is a gamble, and my chance of winning is very small. Plus, my worst enemy has the joker, the bags with the corpses inside. I'm impressed with Mion. That's just what I'd expect from the leader of our club. This is a battle that I'm betting my life on, but to Mion, this is like a board game, taking place across Hinamizawa itself. I grinned, repeating to myself that it's just a game. I put my life on the line for every club activity we do because I don't want to suffer the punishment. This time, that's become the literal truth. There could only be one reason why they're trying so hard to drive me into a corner. It's because they're afraid of me. I assumed I was just a little girl with no power, running about in confusion. But my enemy must not be thinking that way. If they didn't think I was a threat to them, they wouldn't take risks like this to drive me into a corner. That means the scrapbooks Mio-san left me must be way more dangerous to them than I think they are. I see. They have a joker, but so do I. The joker I have is so deadly and so powerful that it could break their plot into pieces. That's why they're so eager to find me. A cornered mouse really can bite a cat. I felt my fear towards my enemy fade away all of a sudden. Just as I fear them, so do they fear me too. So, this is an evenly matched game. I don't have as bad a hand as I thought I did. I was right to come here. I found out about the card my enemy was holding. This is a big deal. I felt myself shiver with excitement. I grinned to encourage myself. I don't need to be here any longer. They know this place. They might come here to find me. It's not safe for me to stay here for long. I decided to go back to my hideout. On the way back, I passed close to my house. I noticed something different right away. I hid behind a bush and I looked at the front gate of my house. My father was talking to a police officer. I strained to catch their conversation.
Yes, she usually parks it there.
My father pointed to the place where I usually parked my bicycle.
Okay. Please let us know whenever your daughter comes back. We'll try to find her as well.
Mii-chan, you're good. Did you already play your Joker? Mion always starts a battle by attacking without hesitation and wins. It seems like the police are already after me. My chance of being able to explain the conspiracy to Oishi was already small, but this makes it even smaller. No. That's why I'm going to talk to Oishi. He sees the Sonozaki family as his enemy, and he's trying to expose everything about them before his retirement. That's why he'll be on my side. He's not going to fall for their trick. Of course, there's a high possibility that everything was part of their trap from the very beginning. It's possible that he claimed the Sonozaki family was his enemy in order to make me believe that he's on my side. But their Joker is actually giving me hope. If Oishi is one of them, it would be too early to play their Joker. Oishi isn't one of them. That's why they got the Joker, so they could play it before I go to the police. No, wait. This might be a trick to make me think that way in order to make me trust Oishi. When Mion gives me two choices to choose from, it's usually better to choose the one I like without thinking too much. Mion, after all, likes to guess people's intentions in order to confuse them. So when you think about a choice too much, you're already in her trap. I'm going to do as I planned. I'm going to call Oishi after it gets dark. If he's going to become my ally, we could talk about the future. And if he isn't? That, I realized, was what I had to think about before it got dark.
I really like that the text color changed. It's red now because she's gone completely off her rocker. Oh no, don't worry about calling so late. I don't get paid overtime, but I'm on duty as long as I'm here.
I started the conversation with an ordinary greeting to try and gauge his reaction. There's a 50-50 chance that Oishi is one of them. If he's their pawn, he'll either lure me out somewhere so he can arrest me, or he'll ask me where the scrapbooks are. But even if he didn't, that wouldn't prove anything. It's going to be difficult to determine if he's on my side or not, and I'd have to tell him about the scrapbooks no matter what. My heart's beating very fast. Even if I was sure that Oishi isn't their pawn, I'd still have to make him believe such a crazy story. And I'd have to do that over the phone. Worrying wouldn't do anything for me. This is, I know, a gamble. I have but a small chance of winning. If I didn't put my chips on the table, the game wouldn't even start. I told you a little bit about this before, but I think somebody is following me.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, I wasn't sure before. I thought it was just my imagination, but things have changed over the past few days, and now I'm certain.
What do you mean things have changed?
A few cars have been following me. One of them is a white van with 4 men in it. They disguise themselves as gardeners, but they're actually attack units.
Attack units? You mean the Sonozaki family's death squad?
Yes, I'm pretty sure that's them. They came to my school today. I managed to escape from them in time, but it was very close.
But why would they do that? Do they think you're trying to sniff out their connection to Tomitake's murder?
Oishi hadn't mentioned the scrapbooks yet. It sounded rather unnatural to beat around the bush like that by mentioning Tomitake's murder. But as I haven't told him about the scrapbooks, it could be a legitimate reaction.
To tell you the truth, I just heard some bad news. I wanted to confirm it a bit more before letting you know, but we did promise to share new information with each other. So, this is what I heard. It seems like the Sonozaki Corps and Okinomiya are on the move.
Are you talking about the Sonozaki Corps?
Yes. You might find it a bit of a shock. They ordered their greenhorns to find a certain person.
A certain person? My heart stopped for a moment upon hearing that. Are they?
It's hard to believe, but you're the person they're looking for. They're trying to find you. I just got this information, so I don't know the reason why, but they're mentioning your name.
So, You believe my story that my life is in danger?
Yes, it matches with my information perfectly. Ryugu-san, what's going on? Do you have any idea?
What they're really looking for are the scrapbooks I have. They want to know where they are, and they believe that I'm hiding them. They must be thinking that they'll be able to hide the information in the scrapbooks forever if they succeed in shutting my mouth. But I couldn't tell Oishi about that yet. I answered his question by asking him a question. What about you, Oishi-san? Do you have any idea? I can't think of anything.
No, I'm afraid I don't. It's hard to believe that the Sonozaki Corps are using their resources to capture an individual like you. But it's true. It came from a reliable source.
It might be the Sonozaki family who are after me, not just the Sonozaki Corps.
It's very unusual for them to take action like this. They'll only do this when one of their people runs away with their money or something like that. It's usually about some kind of trouble within the group. They've never done this to an honest person like you.
Well, I'm honored to be the very first one, but I need you to do something other than tell me that they've never done this before.
I understand, Ryugu-san. Please calm down. Isn't it your turn to tell me something new?
What do you mean?
Like I said, the Sonozaki Corps don't take action like this often. They might be under some kind of misunderstanding, but still, it's very unusual that they would do something like this. Are you sure that you have no idea? You could have gotten them confused about something without you knowing it. My guess is that you sniffed around the Sonozaki family and found out about a secret of theirs. Or they think you did. You can't lead them to mobilize like that by doing nothing. What you did must have been obvious to them. Are you sure you have no idea?
Is he my ally or my enemy? I still can't figure it out. This is it. Make your decision, Rana Ryugu. Maybe. They're after me because I have Mio-san's scrapbooks.
Mio-san? Mio Takano? Or scrapbooks? What do you mean?
If he was my enemy, he wouldn't be able to hide his excitement. But his voice remained steady, and it didn't sound unusual when he said the word scrapbooks. Well, I met Mio-san at the library a few days before she was murdered. We talked and got along well, so she let me borrow some of her scrapbooks, in which she wrote about her studies.
Scrapbooks? Or studies?
Yes, Mio-san was studying the history of Hinamizawa. She summed up her findings in those scrapbooks. I think when they killed Mio-san, they found out that some of her scrapbooks were missing, and also that she gave them to me.
They're after her scrapbooks? Ryugu-san, what in the world are you talking about?
She collected all her research about Hinamizawa and its ancient past as Onigafuchi into these scrapbooks. She wrote about the origin of Oyashiro-sama's cult in them too.
The origin of the cult of Oyashiro-sama? You mean the story about the man-eating demons?
Yes! In her research, she discovered a very important secret about Oyashiro-sama. The secret was extremely blasphemous for the people who worship him.
I see. Those people, the most devout believers, couldn't accept the result of her research.
Oishi was taking notes. I could hear him writing something while he spoke. They killed Mio-san, and they're trying to get at her scrapbooks. They weren't sure that I had them, so they followed me to find out. But I think they changed their plans yesterday. They're now trying to kill anyone they think is suspicious.
I see. That doesn't sound good at all. I'm going to arrange a security detail for you. And let me take a look at the scrapbooks, too. I might be able to find some clues about her murder.
No. I mean, they might have pawns inside the police force. So don't worry about me. I can look after myself. Same with the scrapbooks. They're going to try to destroy them, even if they were kept at the police station.
You may be right. If the Sonozaki Corps is chasing you, because of an order from the head of the Sonozaki family, that means our enemy is the Sonozaki family itself.
Hello, Peachy Cat Lady. Welcome. Hello, how are you?
If so, I'm afraid I really can't guarantee that we don't have a traitor among us.
That's what I'm saying. Please don't worry about me. But I have a favor to ask you. It's very important.
Go ahead.
Good, I'm glad to hear it. I'm also doing good. I'm glad my multi-stream is finally working. It was giving me some trouble the other day, but it seems to be okay now.
What is it?
According to Mio-san's research, there's a horrifying conspiracy at work in the shadows of Hinamizawa, and it's about to be carried out in the near future.
A conspiracy? What's that about? LOL, yeah. It seems to be okay though, so maybe it just needs to be like when I'm solo streaming. And that's okay. Yeah, hopefully you're having a good weekend.
I got tense all of a sudden. If I tell him everything, it's going to sound like a big lie. I should leave out the bizarre sounding parts for now. What am I playing? It's a game called Higurashi. It's like a visual novel. And we're on game 6 out of 8 right now, so we're pretty deep into the plot. Have you heard of Higurashi before? Yeah, it is really cool. I really like it. I'm very invested in the story. Oh, you've never heard of it before? Okay, well, if you're interested, I have all of my other playthroughs except for game 1, because I think that one's free on Steam. They're on my channel if you're interested in the story. There's also an anime, and I think there are books as well. I haven't watched the anime personally, but a lot of people have said many things about it. So if you're interested, you know, I would go check it out. If you're okay with horror stuff. I should leave out the bizarre sounding parts for now. It'd actually make the story more credible. Fanatical worshippers of Oyashiro-sama are the ones behind the conspiracy. Since the Meiji era, belief in Oyashiro-sama has slowly disappeared. So they're trying to revive the majesty of Oyashiro-sama that the people of Onikafuchi once worshipped.
Thank you for the resub, Battler. Welcome. How are you? Probably watch the anime? Yeah. You're okay with horror as long as it's not an SFW. I'm pretty sure it's not. There's some, like, shocking stuff, but I don't think it's an SFW. Mostly gore. Pretty violent. But I can't really, like... Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's okay. I watched, like, the first 4 episodes, and they didn't even show much in there, so... The anime's decent, but the visual novel's infinitely better. That's fair. But some people don't really have time for the visual novel, I guess. It also costs money. Anime is free. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the visual novel, so... Go on, I'm listening. I'm just writing this down.
According to Mio-san's research, the origin of the legend of Oyashiro-sama lies in the primitive endemic disease. People feared this endemic disease and called it the curse of Oyashiro-sama. And then someone like a doctor treated the disease, and was then worshipped by the villagers as Oyashiro-sama himself. The village was then under his control.
Don't have money or the correct platform to download the game, that's okay. It does happen. And it's totally valid if you watch the anime. I think that's probably how a lot of people experience Higurashi, so no worries, no worries. Can't say the same about Umineko. Oh, really? Wait, does Umineko have an anime? I don't know. I've never tried it. Is the Umineko anime better? That's interesting. Go on.
The endemic disease was caused by a parasite unique to this region.
Oh, it has, but it's really bad. Oh no. So I guess the VN is better. And then the anime is just not worth watching at all then. Yikes.
But it became weaker with every generation, and now it doesn't do any harm to people, as you can imagine. To them, a harmless endemic disease means no curse of Oyashiro-sama. No curse means no savior. They can't keep the sanctity of Oyashiro-sama like that.
And to revive the sanctity of Oyashiro-sama means they have to revive endemic disease, right?
That's right. They want to recreate the legend of Oyashiro-sama in order to make Oyashiro-sama a deity again. That's why they're trying to create the original parasite, because it could bring back the more powerful strain of the endemic disease. The true intention of the series of mysterious deaths was to test the results of their research, And now they finally succeeded, reenacting the maggot's disease with Tomitake-san. The stream started bugging out for you? Oh no. Don't do this to me, OBS. I think maybe if you fast forward it, you can catch up? Yeah, sorry about that. Multi-streaming is difficult. Putting a strain on my internet connection. Say it's Umineko VN over Higurashi VN over Higurashi anime over Umineko anime. Dang. I do want to try Umineko at some point, but I'm waiting for it to go on sale. It's probably your McDonald's Wi-Fi. Oh no. Pain, but also understandable. Public Wi-Fi is not the best. It took them 5 years, but they managed to bring the parasite back to its original power. What the hell? Their goal is to spread the parasite, use the cure they developed to save only those people who believe in Oyashiro-sama, and create for them a paradise. Are you sure it's all true? The scrapbooks say that most of the residents of Hinamizawa are infected by the parasite. There's medical evidence of its existence too. I can't believe it. Dang it. That Hagori was on death's door already. Yet she can't just cross the sticks on her own. This is indiscriminate terrorism. What the hell? The original parasite could only survive around Hinamizawa. But there's a high probability that they've improved it to be able to survive in a wider area. It's going to destroy not only Hinamizawa, but also Okinomiya. Oh, it lagged for you too, but it's good now. Yeah, it was probably my Wi-Fi then. Dang it. Hopefully it doesn't do that too much. I think it's lagging. Oh, yeah. Yeah, my OBS is not having a good time right now. You're gonna have to leave soon because you gotta drive home. Oh, that's okay. Thank you so much for dropping by, though. I really appreciate it. And yeah, sorry about the Wi-Fi issues. It happens. Or even the entire city, or the entire prefecture. Dang it. What should we do? Who's behind all of this? It's the 3 families. Most likely the Sonozaki family is in charge. But I'm not sure if Oryo is the leader or not. I can only refer to them as they. I also have no idea how far this thing reaches. Do you know where they're doing all this research? I can shut it down. I don't know. It's not in the scrapbooks either. Do you have any idea? It must be a big facility to do that kind of research. You can use a garage for remodeling guns or something like that. But when it comes to parasites, I don't think that would be enough. Mio-san was a nurse at the EDA clinic. Do you think that could be it? I always thought it was a bit too big and fancy for a small village like Hinamizawa. Always good to find another VTuber to befriend. Yeah, for sure, for sure. The EDA clinic. They need a specially designed facility, with advanced airtight containment among other considerations, to be able to do research on dangerous parasites like this one. It's easy to equate suspicious research with a clinic facility, but it also sounds too easy and a little cliché. At first, I thought they converted part of their clinic into a secret research center, but that actually sounds a little too unrealistic. Anyway, I don't know where it is, so please find that out. Can't you just raid every suspicious place at once? As you know, we need a warrant for that kind of thing. There's a way I could get one, even after doing a raid, but I'd need conclusive evidence that it was actually the research building in question in order to do that. Oishi is a police officer. If he's going to work as a police officer, he has to follow their rules. But they really are planning bioterrorism. There has to be a reason why they killed Mio-san so quickly. And I think the reason is because their day of revival isn't far off. Okay, I understand. I'll try to do what I can. With an unthinkable plan like this, I'd imagine it'd be difficult to keep all the Sonozaki family members on their side. I'm sure there are some who are secretly against it. I'll try to make contact with those people. Don't worry, I'm very good at things like this. Dang. Oishi laughed to try and cheer me up. I was upset with the work of the police before, but Oishi's positive reaction is very reliable. He's what you might call an outlaw. Oishi's greatest advantage to me is that he doesn't exactly play by the rules. It's very encouraging to think that he has that kind of skill, especially since we have to act both very quickly and without conclusive evidence. The police normally investigate incidents after they've happened, but that doesn't work in this case. If this incident actually does occur, it's going to be a big disaster. Mio-san exposed such a horrifying conspiracy. I'm scared.
She met with a very sad end. She was burned in a drum in the mountains of Gifu. I feel very sorry for her. Oh, right. I forgot to tell you something. We found something odd about her death.
Something odd?
Well, at first I thought it had something to do with the case.
Just got back from playing volleyball with your friend and your hands hurt. I think they're even a bit swollen. That's not good. Can you get some ice or something? Hopefully the swelling goes down soon. Take care of yourself. In a drum, yeah. She got burned in an oil drum or something, yeah.
But after hearing your conspiracy story, it's going to sound like nothing. The crime lab probably just made a mistake.
Please tell me. I want to know. We promised to tell each other everything, didn't we?
I didn't mean to hide it. It's just that it might sound like a silly horror story. Ryugu-san, do you remember the night of Watanagashi, after the festival? You and 4 of your friends talked with Tomitake and Takano, didn't you?
Yes, we did. We just talked for a few minutes, I think.
Well, we found Takano's dead body that night, but the crime lab in Gifu Prefecture said that she'd been dead for 24 hours when she was found. But that doesn't make sense. If that's true, she had to be dead the night before the festival.
What's that supposed to mean?
The guy, though, so I can't ask for help? Wait, why not?
I'm confused. If she was found dead on the night of Watanagashi, and she had been dead for 24 hours, that means...
In short, it means she was already dead on the night of Watanagashi. So, the Takano whom you saw that night was... a zombie! I got you, didn't I? Well, like I said, I think they just made a mistake.
I felt my brain freezing over. Oh, she laughed, saying that it sounded like a horror story from summer camp. But actually, the fact that Mio-san's time of death was off backed up her incredulous theories. I haven't mentioned this one to Oishi or Keiichi-kun. If I did, they'd start to doubt everything else I've said. It's a pride thing, I mean... I understand to an extent. I don't like asking for help either, but if you need help, you know, it's better to ask early than have it get worse later. If I did, they'd start to doubt everything else I've said. That's how absolutely unbelievable this theory is. At any rate, the mismatch with the time of Mio-san's death means a lot. What irony. Mio-san came up with a theory, and she proved it correct with her own life. No, not yet. This doesn't prove anything yet. If her theory is true, it might happen again. There's no way. It can't be true. I still can't believe it. But she just said it. He said Mio-san was already dead on the night of the festival. It means that the Mio-san who was walking arm in arm with Tomitake-san on that night wasn't Mio-san. Mio-san was already dead, so that wasn't her. That means she was... Thanks, but don't worry, it's not that serious. If you say so. I felt a new sensation, one that I've never felt in my life before. Yes, back to the game. It wasn't an ordinary kind of dread. It was fear of the truth. No fear is worse than the fear of accepting a truth you don't want to believe. Compared to this fear, the fear of being stalked by the Sonozaki family or being burned alive in an oil drum looks silly. That's how deep of a fear I felt. And I felt it crawling all over my body.
Ryugu-san, please listen to me. I understand you don't trust the police. It's true that the Sonozaki family has control over the entire city. There are some traitors at my station too. But if you're in danger, you can trust me. I want you to trust me as an individual person. I can provide shelter for you. It's a place nobody knows but me. Please trust me.
I don't doubt Oishi at this point. I actually think he's very reliable. I would have said yes without a second thought. But the situation has drastically changed. If Mio-san's death backs up this unbelievable truth, I trust Oishi. I believe he'll find the enemy and take them down. But I'd rather protect myself on my own than let someone else do it. If the unbelievable truth is real, then I couldn't trust anybody except myself. No, even myself might appear before me too. Oishi-san, thank you so much. Anyway, please find their research center and put a stop to their conspiracy. I'm going to hide somewhere for a while. I'll call you again. I noticed I'd been on the phone too long. I'd been using this phone booth with the light on in the middle of the darkness. In other words, I'd been telling everybody I'm here. Alright, wait, one sec. I'm gonna be right back. Let me add a... how do I do this? Add a text, yes. Oh, you can't really see that, but I'll just put it on my face. I'll be right back. I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay.
Hello? Hello? She hung up.
Oh, she wanted to talk more. He clicked his tongue and put the phone down.
His junior, Kumagai, rushed into the room. Oishi-san, it's getting really bad now. The one who gave the Sonozaki course the order to find Rena Ryugu. It's Tatsuyoshi Kasai. Kasai? Akane Sonozaki's right-hand man.
Tatsuyoshi Kasai was a pretty high-ranking big shot, even amongst the boss's younger brothers. He used to be the boss of a subordinate branch, but after suffering a bad injury during a gang war, he stepped down, and now he served as the boss's aide. Akane Sonozaki relies especially on him, and as her right-hand man, he's still feared even now. When Kasai moves, other gangs consider it as a declaration of war. They fear him very much. He's a warrior among warriors. He's been lying low these days, but he's led countless numbers of gang wars. He was also the leader of the professional attack squadron that went to the US to receive military training during the dam conflict. They were crazy enough to think that attacking the Ministry of Construction for real. To think of attacking. My bad.
It looks like it's causing quite an uproar among our informants. They're saying that Rena Ryugu must have found some kind of information that's very inconvenient for the Sonozaki Corps. I'm impressed at how to the point our informants actually are. Still, this is getting serious. Sato-san thinks it's the tape audio in the Ministry of Construction recorded during their secret negotiations. If that's true, it's going to cause quite a few deaths. This is more serious than that, she thought. If her story is true, this is a massive conspiracy. It's going to cause more than quite a few deaths. It might destroy the entire village, or even the entire prefecture. This is going to be the biggest terrorist strike in history. Rena Ryugu is in danger. Kuma-chan, arrange an unmarked patrol car to keep watch on her house. As of today, we're going to put Rena Ryugu under protection. She's convinced she's being threatened by the gang. I'll talk to the section manager later. Well, actually, Rena Ryugu seems to have run away from home. A police officer confirmed that a lot of money disappeared from her father's cash box. Sounds like she took it and ran away. I also had a call about a car belonging to the Sonozaki Corps parked in front of her house, too. What? Why didn't you tell me that sooner? Rena Ryugu is in great danger. She wasn't calling me from her house then. We need to find her right away. Get me a car. Arrest the people parked in front of her house, and get some guys over here. They're coming with me. Yes, sir.
What? Rena-san wasn't at home? It's pretty late.
Yes. I waited in front of her house for a while, but she didn't come home.
Maybe she's at a friend's place. She might be at Sis's house with her other friends, doing their club activities or whatever.
Shion was lying down on the sofa, picturing her sister and her friends fooling around and playing games like they always did. I thought so too, so I stopped by Mion-san's house, but Rena-san wasn't there either. Mion-san was worried about her too.
Oh, really? Well, I wonder what happened to her.
She might have been caught by some hoodlum, though that would be unusual. I already told my staff to look for her just in case.
I don't think that's what happened. She's not as weak as she looks.
Anyway, why did she want to see me?
Kasai took off his jacket. Shion only told him to go see Rena because she heard that Rena had requested to see him in person. Oh, I thought I told you. She said she found something you lost. Rena-san wanted to give it back to you in person. Hey, I guess she likes you or something.
Oh, please. Anyway, I hope she's all right.
Right then, the phone rang. Kasai answered it while loosening his tie.
Yes? Yes. I understand. At once.
Kasai sounded very serious, and Shion immediately figured out who he was talking to. Who was it? Was it my father?
Yes. The Sonozaki family has sent out an order to find Rena-san right away and bring her to the main house.
You mean Oreo gave the order? I wonder what Rena-san did. Will she have to peel off her own fingernails? I hope Oreo goes easy on her. Poor girl.
Huh? Wait, what's going on? Rena hasn't come home yet.
No, I hear that Rena ran away from home and that she's hiding somewhere.
Hiding somewhere? What do you mean?
Also, I just got this information. It seems the police are looking for her.
What?
An unmarked patrol car is watching her house right now. It seems like there are several patrol cars looking for her in the village. Uncle Kimiyoshi received a call from the police too. He was told to use the town network to try and find out if anybody knows where she is.
Do you think they found the corpses we hid? We hid them deep in the mountains. They couldn't have found them that easily.
No, it's 100% impossible. I guarantee you that.
Wow, how can you be so sure?
Well, to tell you the truth, I let the Sonozaki family take care of them. They moved the bags to a secret place.
Secret place?
Calm down. Don't worry about it. I heard that there's a major logging project happening in the summer on that mountain where we hid the corpses. So I arranged help and took care of it.
I see. You're a very reliable person when you're on my side, but you'd be a very scary person to have as an enemy.
I recommend you never underestimate me.
So it's not the corpses they're after. Then why are the police trying to find her?
I don't know, but it seems like many gang members knew that Teppei Hojo and Rina Mamiya were trying to blackmail the Ryugu family. So that might be the reason why the police are after Rena. I don't think they consider her a suspect yet, but they probably want her as a material witness.
That's the same thing! Dang it!
Hello, Merv. Welcome. Am I saying your name right?
Rena finally regained her peaceful life. I'm not going to let them ruin it. Mion, we need to help her.
Of course. I already told my family in Okinomiya to find her before the police can. You can trust the Sonozaki family. They can protect her from the police, 120% guaranteed.
But just finding her first isn't going to solve the problem. We have to do something to clear her of suspicion.
I'll think about that after we found her. We can make as many alibis as she needs, and as many witnesses for the alibis as necessary. We have very good lawyers, too. We'll never abandon our friends when they're in trouble.
That's right. We can save Rena. Dang it. I wish I could do more than depend on you, Mion.
Well, don't worry about it. It's okay to let someone else handle the situation when that person's better at it. This old man will take care of everything. Also, I'll create an alibi to fool the cops watching the whole village. We'll say Rena was spotted near Goguda. The wider the search area, the fewer policemen in one place.
I see. That's a great idea.
This is nothing to us. We did more during the dam conflict. I'll protect Rena. And Ketchan, Rena trusts you more than anybody. So, she might come to you. If she does, please protect her. And give me a call right away.
Yeah, will do.
Rena's a strong girl. She should be fine. She can overcome this.
Yeah, I think so too. I hesitated to say something. Rena hadn't been her normal self lately. If she was her normal self, I'd have no doubt that she could overcome this. But Rena is deeply convinced that Takano-san's delusions are true. Rena believes the Sonozaki family is behind the conspiracy. I'm not sure if she'd trust the Sonozaki family to protect her.
Don't worry, I'm her friend too. She'll understand once I sit down and talk to her. Just like Ketchan and I cleared up our misunderstanding, I can do that with her. I still can't believe that you believe such a crazy story, though.
Well, I can't believe I did either. This is going to be the most embarrassing thing to ever happen in my life. I really was deeply convinced until I talked to Mion. Even after the promise of friendship we made, I doubted her. Takano-san was endowed with magic, and I think the scrapbooks she wrote also carried a spell. The scrapbooks can make people go mad. They're forbidden scrapbooks. Nobody was supposed to read them. Rena's captivated by the power of that magic, even after Takano-san's death. I have to wake her up. I've got a very bad feeling about it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Someone's at the door. It might be the police. I have to go now.
Okay.
I'll tell them that Rena's hiding near Gokura. If they ask you something, just keep telling them you don't know anything.
Okay, got it. Mion waited for my answer, then hung up the phone. After she hung up, I slowly started to feel like Rena was being consumed by some huge, unthinkable fate. It's not only the police I'm worried about. I'm also worried because Rena's ensnared by the power of Takano-san's magic. I fear that she might be suffering from incredible anxiety. Oh, right. Rena might be hiding at her secret base in the garbage dump. Rena once told me that she used to spend time there when Rina-san was at her house. And she told me that she hid the scrapbooks there too. If she's hiding there, she must be hungry by now. I should bring her something to eat. I went to the kitchen to look for some junk food. My mother looked confused. Mom, I'm going to go somewhere, but I'll be right back. At this time? It's late. It's very important. I promise I'll be right back. And if Rena comes here while I'm gone, let her stay in my room. And if someone calls and asks you if you know where she is, just tell them you don't know and hang up, okay? My mom looked angry that I was leaving the house at so late an hour, but I rushed out of the house before she could say anything. I grabbed a flashlight from the wall of the garage, got on my bicycle, and sped off into the darkness. The moon looked beautiful, but in a creepy way. I feel like something terrible is going to happen. I don't know what it is, but I know it's coming. Something is going to happen. The moon, seemingly knowing just what that something will be, looked like it was laughing at us, pacing back and forth in confusion. Dang it! Laugh all you want. Laugh at this funny story as much as you want. I'm not going to laugh. I'm going to fight. I'm going to smash through whatever fate is waiting for us. Rena, I hope you're there. Maybe my bicycle needs some oil? It was making a lousy noise as I pedaled. Dang it! Even my bicycle is laughing at us. Dang, things are escalating, and I don't know where they're going. Them.
I finished talking with Oishi on the phone and soon left the phone booth. I realized something and a chill ran through my body. I was in a phone booth that stood out tremendously in the dark. Somebody must have seen me. I was certain I was being watched. I saw glowing eyes staring at me in the dark. It wasn't human. Was it an illusion? No. I knew who they were. They were the ones controlling the 3 families who ruled Hinamizawa. Its eye level was too low for it to be human, and its outline was vague. I knew from the past records that they were physically frail. The silhouette, which indicated its inhuman appearance, was unbelievably unrealistic, especially its protruding head. One of the scrapbooks I received from Mio-san described their appearance in detail. Their eyeballs were pure red, like blood, and their bodies smelled like ammonia. Even though some of them have, at times, been captured around the world, all of them melted or disappeared, leaving no trace behind. The only traces remaining are the marks proving their descent to Earth. Right then, the impossible, unrealistic silhouette took a step closer, and got closer and closer towards me, making a realistic noise as it crunched across the gravel. The noise pulled me back to reality. Don't come closer, you monster! It kept walking towards me. It sounded like it was kicking pebbles everywhere as it walked. It was coming closer and closer. I was scared, so I said the same thing once again. And this time, the glass door of the phone booth I was just in started to rattle and shake. Bang! It made weird sounds as if it was being struck by something. I screamed loudly in fear and started running. I ran so hard it felt like my lungs were about to explode. And then I looked back to find that the thing was no longer chasing after me. Was it my imagination? There's no way it was just my imagination. I definitely heard the sound of the gravel being kicked and the phone booth rattling. But I needed to calm down. Right then, I needed to make my heart stop beating so fast. I'd have to fight them eventually. The next time they appeared, I was going to strike back at them. I was going to squash their heads with my big hatchet. I'd protect Hinamizawa. It was my duty to do so. I wouldn't allow them to do whatever they wanted. I saw the lights flickering in my head again.
Whoa, she's going crazy, crazy. But now we shall switch over to drawing.
So, let me adjust my stream title on Twitch. I can also turn on some music for you guys. But yeah, dang, the story's getting so spicy. Okay, we're gonna draw a thumbnail first for my VOD. Since I like uploading those separately. Alright, hopefully you guys can hear that. Okay. That should be good now. Hello, Avery. How is the audio? Can I try talking? Oh, your volume was low. Okay, I was like, huh? Hi, Kata. Welcome, welcome. Hello, you guys. Yes, how's the audio? Can you hear the background music? Sounds fine? Okay. I am going to work on the thumbnail for the VOD first, and then we're gonna work on some commission stuff. Music is a little loud, but not bad. Okay, I can fix that. Is that better? Yes, hello. That's such a cute emote. Crumbs, yes. I've got some stuff to work on. But, first things first. Yeah, how are you guys? Claudius. I need a good background, but I don't know what to use. Maybe I'll use the forest. Where they buried the dead bodies. Okay. Stream says it's still intended for certain audiences. Eh? Does it still say that? And doing good, you got tacos? Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I hope they're good tacos. There might be a little bit of a stream delay, because my thing has been bugging, but it still says it? Really? Why? I turned it off. Yeah, it shouldn't. Oh well. I guess we'll deal with it. Unfortunate, but what can you do?
Let's see. I refreshed and it's gone, so it's good now. Okay, good. We don't need it anymore. Scoop that. Need the logo. And then I was gonna say I don't see it. Yeah, I'm glad. Okay, it's gone. We don't need it. I guess, okay. I need... Sprite. Steam. Wow, my OBS is not having a good time right now. Okay, see full size image. Good. Grab that and Steam. See full size image. Grab that. Okay. We need these. The struggles for real. Is this still lagging? Is the lag pretty bad? Not seeing too much. Okay, that's good. Hopefully, we don't get too much. Quick and easy thumbnails. Higurashi. Make it small. Okay, there we go. Now we can get to the commission stuff. Let's see, I'm gonna do a panel first. I was going to work on it earlier, and then I didn't. There we go. Ignore the Megamind sketch. It'll look better, I promise. We're gonna be working on a panel for Higurashi mushroom. I think that's their name. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. But yeah, do you guys have any plans for the weekend? Just relaxing? That's what I'm doing. I'll probably add the moths and shrooms later. Drawing, that's about it. That's still something. It's good. How is the art going? Rumbling faces or hard been sketching the same thing for an hour. It happens. It really does. One of the many struggles of trying to draw. Okay, how to draw hand hearts. I'm gonna copy paste this hand. Okay.
looks like a heart, right? Vaguely.
Thank you for the hearts. More eyebrows. I cannot draw a symmetrical heart. There we go. Ugly. There we go. This will do. Now I draw little bugs and shrooms. does not look right. Eh. Okay, we'll start with this. shade. I look really big, but it's fine. Hello, Karamuchi. Welcome. How are you? Good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm also doing good. I'm being productive, so that pleases me. We're working on a commission for Higurashi mushroom. Yes. How is your Saturday going? Anything eventful or just vibing? Did I draw all of this? I did. Granted, Clip Studio has some lovely tools, such as this leaf brush. But, I did draw this, yes. Insane. Oh, thank you. Very uneventful. Sometimes that's a good thing. You know? I love my Saturdays being uneventful, personally. There was a storm? Oh no, I hope you stay safe. Storms are not fun. Well, okay, actually, I enjoy storms when they're not, like, serious, but still. I hope you're okay, staying out of the rain and stuff. It was just windy and raining. Okay, that's hopefully not too bad then. It was kind of nice. That's good. That's good. As long as no roof tiles go flying, right? Yeah. I feel like this hand heart is kind of hard to see. Maybe if I do this. No, that's not. Maybe. Do I do speed paints? I do occasionally. I'm not recording this one, but I do have some on my channel. There should be a playlist for my longer speed paints, and then some of them are shorts. It just depends on how long they are. I think I have like 3 longer ones, and then 2 or 3 shorter ones. At least from what I recall. save one without the white outline too, just in case. Okay, there we go. That's one done. Let's send that real quick and then we can work on another thing. Okay. Let me check something real quick. Okay, I am allowed to stream this. Now we are going to work on a PNG tuber chibi for Kata. Where's my snap eraser? Where? Legs. keep this one on a separate screen since I don't know if I should share this or not. Oh, thank you so much for the follow! How are you doing, Hiren? Am I saying your name right? Hopefully. Welcome. You just call me Mushroom. So like here, I see, okay. Mushroom, gotcha. How are you doing? No Dora being unable to reach the stickers, so we need to come over. That would be so evil. So evil. Hello, it's Perhoda. Welcome, welcome. How are you? I feel like if someone stuck a sticker on a chibi head, it'd be impossible to get it. Just cleaning up a bit and gonna head to the store. Oh, I see, I see. I hope your cleaning is productive. I'm doing pretty good. Getting some work done. Yeah, cleaning up is good. I should clean my desk, but that is a future me problem. Cat at Zoomies last night and made a mess. Oh, you have a cat! Totally understandable though. We have rabbits and they get the Zoomies sometimes as well. Do I relate to zooming? You know, occasionally, I do get a little buzz of energy. I don't know if we would call it the zoomies because I don't particularly run around the house, however. I do sometimes get an energy buzz, and that is when I like to go for walks around the neighborhood. Name is Enoki like the mushroom. Oh, that's so cute. Please say hello to your cat for me. I want a cat someday. Alas, I am allergic. But that's not going to stop me. I just need to wait. Give her all the loving. Yes, please. Well deserved, I'm sure. Even if she made a mess. It comes with the territory of owning a pet, I feel. You're also allergic? Yes! Even more validation, bless. My allergies will not stop me. The only reason why I am currently catless is because I live at my parents' house. But someday it will happen. With my roommates, we have 3, so your allergies gotta suck it up. Dang! But also, surely having cats is worth it already, right? Like, yeah, the allergies suck in the moment, but kitties are forever. We visit my grandma's house every Friday, and she has 4 cats, so that's where I get my fill of cats for the week. No. Ads. Cry. Welcome back from defeating ads. But yeah, I get to see cats once a week at my grandma's house. And that's how I've been surviving. Cats are worth it 100%, they're sweethearts. Enoki, Lars, and Nimbus. Oh, they all have such cute names! You're the best weird cat household besides the snails. Oh, you have snails too? That's so cool. How many snails do you have? Eight. Ooh, you make terrariums so fewer and different ones. Wait, that's so cool. Are they like big snails? I don't know snail types, but I know some are bigger than others. Like, how big are they? Because I used to have one snail, and it was like maybe the size of a... I want to say a nickel, but it might have been a little smaller than that. Not very big ones, but I say biggest size of a quarter almost. Oh, I get different ones like the cannibal snails. That's so in the future. There are cannibal snails? That's crazy. That's really cool though. Snails and cats, a good combination. Our family just has rabbits at the moment. We used to have more pets, but they are gone now. But we have 2 rabbits, so they more than make up for, I guess, the workload. So I feel like most of the pets we had were very low maintenance. Nothing like dogs or cats. Rosy wolf snail. Eventually add more to it. Ooh, isopods. Dang.
a family will grow. Rabbits are cute, I agree. Their names are Rowdy and Rodeo. And they're brothers. They're both lion heads, so they're pretty fluffy. One more than the other. Big animal person used to in pythons and tarantulas. Oh, that's cool too. I love snakes so much. We never had pet snakes, but I used to like pick them up when we found them in the garden. Freak out the neighbors. They are very cute. They like hiding under the couch instead of hanging out with us though, so I call them dust bunnies, but it is what it is. Snakes are the best. Want to get my dream snake eventually, but I have to get a license? Oh, really? What kind of snake is it? Western hognose. I'm gonna look that up. Oh my gosh. Oh, their little faces are so cute. They got a little pointy snoot. I hope you get your dream snake soon. That's really cool. Their little snoot so much. Semi-venom's normally affect humans. Snoots make by killing them away. If they play dead, full roll of it, stick out there. No way! Really? But yeah, I guess the venom is why you need the license. I guess that makes sense. How do you get a snake license?
Is it like to prove that you can take care of one, or is it just so that they know you have one? What does that entail? Because the new place I live now, they're more common. I guess seen as a pet. Oh! Oh, interesting! I never would have thought that you would need a license for that. That's crazy. It's because they don't want you to just, like, pick one up from the backyard or something. Huh. That's wild. Pretty much never see one in the wild, so now you're curious. That's true, yeah. Surely you would happen upon one if they're that common, right? I've only seen garden snakes around where I live. They're itty bitty. Silly little guys. A lot of farmers are used to a lot of different snakes. Either way, I'm grabbing them. That's fair. I feel like a lot of people are afraid of snakes, but I'm like, why? Is it because they could be poisonous or venomous? Because I feel like most of the ones that live near people aren't. I'm sure there are exceptions, but generally, they don't seem like they would harm people. But maybe that's just from my experience. I guess it could be an irrational fear too. A lot aren't, so I don't know. Love them a lot, but some people want them dead. Bad snakes have people friendly, some of them. What? That's evil. That's evil. Like, come on. Especially if they're pet snakes, like, they're not gonna hurt you. It doesn't make sense. That's like saying, wow, I hate your kids, I'm gonna get rid of them. Like, come on. People are dumb. Facts. Don't let them bully your snake, though. Your future snake. I support it. I'll fight them, yes. I'll fight them too. Snakes deserve better.
Alrighty. I've got my files prepared, but I think we're gonna end it here today. So, let me see if anybody is on. Let's see. Yes, thank you for coming. Looking for somebody to raid. Alrighty, we're going to go send a raid over to Cocobon VTuber if you would like to stick around for that. Awesome. Yes, have a good rest of your day too. I appreciate you dropping by. But yes, we're gonna be sending a raid over now. So thank you guys so much for coming, and hopefully I will see you guys next time.